Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So Alliance Coliseum is here. It's the gentle fight. So in this video I'm gonna kind of break down the fight, show you guys some of my best attempts, this time around from live stream because I accidentally got carried away and used all my tickets so far. But we did quite well. We didn't do too bad. My podium champions right now are Shuri, Captain Britain and Crossbones. I also did have some fun with arcade. Ironheart interaction, I believe, is bugged, so I didn't enjoy that, but Sentinel did very well. I tested out a few more champions too. So first, let's break down the fight very quickly. There's nothing kind of like too tricky, I would say. New run, there you go. And the general idea of this node is when you parry, you get a grit passive, so you can bypass Gentle's Unstoppable. However, if you parry too often, you're going to get a falter debuff on you for 5 seconds. Additionally, you are passively rooted during Gentle's special attacks. Initially, I found this a bit annoying, but it's actually super helpful and lets a ton of champions land those heavy attacks and deal with the Coliseum nodes. So Adamant Axiom, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's working with Ironheart, so it could be bugged, and then the rest of the stuff is just general Coliseum stuff, I guess you could say. So the first champion that does incredibly well, obviously, is Crossbones. This isn't going to be like an ideal find, but I think this was an attempt where I ended up doing 21 bars. I know I definitely can do a lot more because I still had a ton of time left over, and I'm not going to play this fight perfectly, but basically this fight, once you are set up, becomes very easy. The first kind of like 5 to 8 bars are kind of tricky because you always want to manage the distance the best that you can. But the entire idea is that Crossbones prevents Gentle from going unstoppable. And because of the roots, you have very here I make a mistake and I get clapped. Because of the root, you have a very easy time to heavy punish his specials. And that is going to be basically what you're going to be doing for most of the fight. So I do mess up here and there, especially at the beginning setting up, but again, that's not the most important thing. I'm going to do most of this fight at like 6% health. Additionally, super helpful thing is that you have just enough time to dash back and refresh your Furies during Gentle's level 1 without getting hit. Now there I did because I was a bit slow, but that's fine. But you do have enough time to do that without getting hit. I think I'm actually going to lose my Furies at some point in this fight, and that's going to mess me up. I definitely am kind of, you know, I want to do better with my Crossbones because I definitely know what I can. So here I'm at 33 Furies. I do want to throw my level 1 to get more. And then I do want to get in that parry. Again, I wasted most of my health bar at the beginning of this fight setting up, which is like super annoying. But we have gotten to 40 Furies here. And now we are in the 5th health bar where we need to start spamming our relic or heavy attack every so often. And there we go. We do have nice chunk. And here I make a mistake and I'm going to end up parrying. And there's going to be one more mistake where I lose most of my... There you go. I just realized that I cannot let him touch me anymore. So I'm at 6% health. But I cannot let him touch me at all. But as you're going to notice, he's only at 8 bars. But look at that damage at this point. Look at that damage. That's beast mode damage. And here we go. So we still have our pause. I'm still at 50 Furies, which is nice. He's becoming more aggressive, which is nice. And now all of my attacks do a ton of damage. I'm going to refresh my Furies in a second. And we are at 58. And here you can see that one heavy attack takes like half his health bar down. It's quite crazy. I'm going to go for a level 2 here because I didn't really want to. But actually that level 2 at this point, look at that incinerate damage. It's kind of brutal. And I managed to save my Furies, which I am super happy about. So as long as he keeps throwing his specials, we are kind of like in a very good place. I just refresh my Furies again. Wonderful. Do a double heavy. And I think here he just didn't want to throw anything anymore, and I'm gonna lose some of my Furies here, and yeah, he's basically red now, so there's not much I can do, and that's 21 bars. So obviously I had a ton of time left over, but did okay. You can definitely get 30 plus bars as well. Now another champion. This is like the high peak of consistency. I'm not going to show the entire fight here because obviously Sentinel doesn't really ramp up, but in general Sentinel is very good for your like 12 plus bars. Maybe with the rank 4 Sentinel maybe you can get in slightly more, but the base idea is you just spam your heavies a lot, parry as and when you need, and you are super chunky, and drop your level 2s. And if you're very low on health, you can go for your special 3 to kind of refresh that, and that's about it. It's kind of fairly slow, controlled, stable fight, I would say, but yeah, it has a limit because obviously Sentinel doesn't ramp up past his 100 charges, and that's the damage ceiling that you kind of get. There are no nodes that really increase it. So here you can see at this point the rest of the fight is basically exactly the same. You just have set up, you want to parry when it is convenient for you, get that grit in order to be able to bypass that unstoppable. You don't want to parry too often in order not to get faltered. Just pay attention to General's charges, and this is kind of like a very good fight to kind of learn how to do the fight in the first place, because it's a very nice slow-paced approach here. It also fits for 2 tags, so it's not bad at all. And yeah, we can see here the punish his specials with your own heavies, inflict those shocks that I nearly made a mistake. Again, just getting those shocks on, and then get your level 2s off. That's about it. Then I always kind of try to trigger his unstoppable with my level 2, because it makes life easier, and then I can also not worry about him going unstoppable as I'm spamming my heavy attacks for the most part. And yeah, very straightforward. So we got gotten 3 bars, but literally the rest of the health bars here will look the same. So if I'm gonna just quickly fast forward, we can see that, you know, slowly but surely, fairly stably, we're moving to 6 bars, to 7 bars, and we're always doing the same thing. It's a fairly boring fight, but again, it's quite controlled and stable. I think we're gonna get to like 12 bars something. Here I made a mistake, so I'm gonna use level 3 to recover my health. Great. Again, because of the route, it's always super easy to get in your heavy attack. That means you don't really need to worry too much about being put to sleep unless the AI kind of just tardies itself over. And again, here I will want to parry, trigger that. That's great. I want him to throw it. I only have like a minute left here, and we can see that I do make another mistake, but it's not a big deal. I'm gonna throw my level 2. That's fine. And yeah, Sentinel is good for like 12 to 14 bars. Maybe you can squeeze out at the rank 4 level. Maybe if you have better mastery setup, for instance. You can probably optimize masteries, but I don't really want to do that for Coliseum. But here you go. Kind of, yeah, let's just let the fight finish off here. I need to get in my grit, so I need to land in a parry. Now I have triggered the unstoppable, very good. He's gonna take some damage, sweet. There, it tidied up a little bit. But we saved it with Relic. And here we go. We're gonna get that level 1 out. Kind of wish he didn't throw it. Maybe I could have gotten my level 2 in, but that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna be at 12.8 bars of power here, basically. Moving on to the next one, it's Captain Britain. Captain Britain's very fun, and I do have a rank 5. My problem with here is I always just kind of made the silly mistake, and I could have done 20 plus bars for sure, but Gentle did not have a friendly AI specifically in these matches, and I actually didn't get to timeout. But Captain Britain can obviously do quite well in Coliseum in general, and your basic idea is get level 3, throw your level 2, and then spam whichever special attacks you can, and bait whichever special attacks you want from your opponent. So here we can see the setup, nothing kind of like too crazy, just want to get to my level 3, and I want to bait that out. Sweet. So I want to drop my level 3. And then you kind of start nuking. And it is very, very fun with Captain Britain, by the way. It is like very fun. Your level 2 puts on that exhaustion, and then you just hit him, and you drop your level 1, and you keep hitting him, and you drop whichever special you want to be baiting out his specials too, and you want to kind of maximize your damage phase here. As we can see at this point, he's starting to melt. You can get like up to 5 health bars here down in your first cycle, to be honest. So I wanted to make sure that I do have that slow active still for now. I'm gonna go for my own level 1. Hopefully he throws his special. He doesn't really want to. I'll throw my own. And yeah, when he doesn't throw his specials, it makes Captain Britain rotations significantly worse. If he doesn't throw them immediately, he's like super friendly with his specials against Crossbones, for instance. He's a lot less friendly with his specials against Captain Britain, and that makes the fight harder. But, you know, that was like the first cycle. Now I just want to get level 3 to get my second cycle. Additionally, whilst I have Neuroshocks, Captain Britain obviously bypasses the miss. And once I have slow, that bypasses the unstoppable. So here I got grit just before I went for my like level 3 cycle. So we have done 5 bars, that's sweet. I need to bait out this special. Level 2 he always throws immediately because he does have the level 2 bias node, as I realized later. And here we go. I'm gonna activate my level 1 to get that slow. So I don't need to parry him if I don't want to. Activate another level 1. And here I make a silly mistake, get clipped a little bit once. Do need to get in that heavy. And we can see he's once again kind of started melting away. I probably should maybe spam a bit less of these. I don't know. But we're not doing too bad. It's not too bad at all. I can drop that heavy, a couple of them. And I just love the sight of his health bar completely leaking out. I think here I'm gonna make mistake somewhere at 15 bars of health, and that's where I'm gonna get wrecked. But you can definitely do more than that. So again, here I'm just trying to get to my next level 3. Oh yeah, here I do make a mistake, and he still has that slither of unstoppable. That was my mistake. I did not notice that tiny bit of unstoppable that he had. Well, that was first mistake anyways. But here we're gonna go bait out level 2. And now at this point, we do have our max prowesses, but unfortunately we can't really crit on those. Our block damage is insane here as well. Okay, I do have my slow. He finally comes in for a special, that's fine. I still have like half the time left on my damage mode. Thankfully he throws a special. I love when they do that. Come on. Yes, he throws another level 1. That's always a good time because that gives Neuroshocks more time to do damage and it pauses your damage mode. And here we're gonna go in for a combo and a level 1. Kind of wish her slow was a bit longer. And here we can see that he is down to 14 bars of power. And somewhere here I'm gonna make a mistake. I should have had enough time for another rotation to get him down to like 19-ish, 20-ish bars of power. But I'm gonna mess up somewhere around here. And that's gonna be the unstoppable that gets me. I think here, because I'm gonna go in and punish, and oh no, not yet. I am bound to mess up though. I do got my grit. I'm trying to bait out. Oh, he's not gonna throw his level 2. Yeah, no, I didn't mess up. AI was dumb. He didn't throw his level 2 and he put me to sleep. That was dumb. And the last champion, this is my rank 3 Shuri. So if my Captain Britain was rank 5, then Shuri is rank 3. And with my rank 3 Shuri, it's also kind of nice. I think I did 17 bars. And basically, once you set up, you just go for level 3s, and that's what it. Initially, you parry, do a 5-hit combo, then do 2 parries to get your charges. And then, you know, you're kind of good. Drop in another combo there. Here I do make a mistake because I needed to parry again before that. But I didn't, but, you know, I didn't get punished for it. But yeah, the kind of trick to starting to ramp up Shuri against Gentle is, yeah, you parry, do a 5-hit combo, and then double parry, wait out the falter, and then just carry on. There is no big deal, nothing crazy is going to happen if you just wait out that one falter. And yeah, since I can punish his specials with my heavies, I can always refresh my shocks, that's not really a problem. Initially here, we're basically going to be alternating in between level 1s and level 2s. Don't worry too much about, you know, getting every single shock in. Eventually, you're still going to get to 50 passive, 50 debuff shocks. And yeah, so just go there. I'm going to land a parry, I think, here. Oh, I wanted to land a parry, but fine. He threw that special. I'm going to parry final hit of his special just to get some charges there. Quicker. And yeah, so level 1, level 2 rotation with Shuri will do just fine. Again, I parried that final hit of the special in order to get some charges, to get more shock debuffs. Now I convert as many as I can. And we're going to go in for a full combo again to apply more shocks. Here I'll probably parry that again. And we're going to go for level 2. With that, I think we are getting to 50 debuffs. Great. Now we just need another level 1 to get 50 passives. So I think we still have one level 2 to do. And then we're just going to go for level 3s. And later on, I'm going to fast forward the fight as well, because it's going to be like very stable, slow, steady type of damage situation. But here I go for my level 1. That is good stuff. We have all the charges we need now. Drop my heavy and get 50 passives. And we're doing more damage already. And yeah, sure, you guys know how Shuri works. She's kind of like consistent, solid amount of damage over time. You don't need to hit the opponent a ton in order to inflict it, which kind of helps in Coliseum quite a bit too. Kind of wish my Shuri was rank 4 for this. I wonder how many bars I would have done. But the general idea is quite simple nonetheless. I'm going to drop my level 2 here. I don't know if I need it, to be honest. Could have, I think it drops regular hits. I do make a very silly mistake. Is this my messy run? Oh crap. I think I'm gonna die here. Well, you guys saw how the rampart goes, so I'm gonna do the next run with Shuri. Okay, so did make a mistake there, but now we have gotten to 5 bars of power. We have 50 of each shock. And then once you do have 50 of each shock, you just drop your level 3s. That's going to do a decent chunk of extra damage. And yeah, we can see that level 3, when he's at 6 bars, takes away more than half a bar. So, you know, not crazy, not awful. And that shock damage is still putting in work during his own specials. So for every second in the fight. And basically then the main idea is just not to die really. And nothing much to it. Punish his specials with heavies, and later on when you get to like more bars of power, that's basically exactly what you want to do, because each of your heavy is going to push him past a bar of power, and then you bait out his special, and then you drop a heavy and do that repeatedly. And that's in general how the Gentle fight is done. So I'm going to fast forward a bit. We're going to see here towards the end, we're still doing damage, I only have like 36 seconds left, but we have done 15 bars already. So not too bad, I would say, for a rank 3 Shuri. I think it's respectable. I know that She-Hulk can do crazy numbers here too. But I don't know if She-Hulk had any tags, to be honest. Well, I still don't have a 7-star She-Hulk, so... yeah, here we go. We got 16 bars down, and I'm gonna activate my level 3 here, and we're gonna see how much that does. It's gonna be 17 bars. So he did 17 bars with Shuri. Not bad for a rank 3 Shuri. So hope this video was useful to you guys. So hope you guys saw how to do the fights, and hit all the good buttons, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Bye bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about